Well, first of all, I just love everything you just said, but I can relate to so much what you said around being stuck, wanting joy and being stuck. If I look at when I first got into yoga, I was around 16 years old and my friends were all going one way and I knew I just didn't fit in. I just knew that wasn't the path that I wanted to go down, but I didn't know another way. Well, that's not true. There was my friends, there was the path that like my parents wanted me to take of like, get a job with benefits and vacation and go down this, but I knew I didn't want to go down either of those paths. There was another way, but I didn't know what it was for me. And it wasn't until I took teacher training that it actually gave me the courage to say, okay, I'm going to step away from my friends and actually, step away and not go down that path. And I'm actually going to step away from this belief that I'm in university and that I have to go and get a job and a career with benefits and go down that path. And I'm going to step into the belief that I can really create any career that I want. And out of that, I opened up a yoga studio in university, having no experience of business. But it really was the practice of yoga and the training and the principles that I learned that gave me the courage to make really big decisions that like changed the trajectory of my life, that went from like, I'm making this decision, not because it's what I should be doing, but it's because of what I really want to be doing. And I'm someone who took teacher training, not knowing that it was teacher training. I went and signed up. Someone told me it was a yoga retreat and I went down thinking it was that. And I left not wanting anything to do with teaching yoga. And as a matter of fact, I went through my level 1, my level 2, my level 3, and my fit to lead, not wanting to teach yoga. But what I loved and what had me go back is the person that I was becoming. All the courageous things that I was able to accomplish in my life, the fulfillment, as Jennifer said, like the deep relationships. If there's one thing that I'm forever grateful for is the deep relationships that I've met throughout my training. And there's something really special when you bring like-minded people together in a room. Something really powerful gets created in relationships that last a lifetime. And that's really what I'm most interested and most excited about. I love relationships and I love people. And I love the idea of like bringing powerful human beings together in a room and like, wow, what can we create together? Because I know that I only can go so far and that I need, Jennifer is like one of my very best friends and I need, my powerful team, my powerful people in my life, because I don't want to go by myself. And it really came out of the training. And I wanted to say something else that I forget, but that's really why I kept doing trainings because of where it led me to in my life. I wanted nothing to do with teaching yoga. And then one day I was like, okay, I better just teach this. I've gotten so much. I have to give this back and share this now. And that's kind of how I just started teaching. But I originally probably my first 5 years of taking trainings, I wanted nothing to do with teaching yoga, but I would leave every training inspired and fulfilled and lit up and seeing something new about myself and, being willing to take the risk to do another really courageous act in my life. And that had me keep going back for more. And so as Jennifer said, in this training, we are going to do yoga. We are going to do meditation. We are going to do practice teaching. But as a matter of fact, this training is so much more than what we're going to do right there. It is so much more than, teaching yoga. And what Jennifer and I are really passionate about is we have a strong belief that there's gold in each and every one of us. There is gold in each and every one of us, and this training is going to pull it out.
Leandra, I something I want to say is and I know this, I want to just ask this question. I already know the answer, but I want to ask the question for everybody else out there. Were you as terrified as me signing up for these trainings?
Not even just for the trainings, but I was terrified teaching yoga. Like I would go to these trainings because there was all these yoga teachers and I wanted nothing to do with teaching yoga. And I didn't even like, as a matter of fact, standing in front of a room. It was probably in my 4th standing in front of a room speaking. And it wasn't until probably my Fit to Lead training, I'll never forget, where Baron said, Leandra, go lead meditation. And I like stood at the front of the room in front of all these people and I just cried. He's like,
I remember that.
Like whispered in my ear, like, why are you crying? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like terrified. He's like, what are you afraid of? Why are you terrified? And yeah, I had so much fear around taking the training. And it was intimidating to me because there was a room of a whole bunch of people that were not only yoga teachers, but really, really, really good yoga teachers, like successful studio owners and people leading trainings around the world. And I was like, I don't even know anything about yoga. And here I am, have to lead meditation. And I swear to God, I wouldn't change that for the world. Actually, those moments when I was like at the cusp, my toes were at the edge and I was crying. And I mean, it was definitely intimidating and scary, but I swear it's given me so much confidence and given me confidence to use my voice in whichever way I'm passionate about, whether that's inside the yoga classroom, whether that's with my family, whether that's in, it's just something that I'm passionate about. It's that like encouragement to put my voice out there, leading meditation, whatever it may be, but I'm forever grateful for being like called up to use my voice.
Yeah, it's so true. There's something about that, about fear, feeling the fear and doing it anyways, that really brings something to light, that really brings a new possibility for all of us to step into. It's like, yeah, the fear is there and I'm going to step in and do it anyways. And this environment that we're creating is such a special environment in the sense that, yes, you're going to be challenged, but you're also going to be very cared for. So every single step of the way, you may feel fear. You're going to step in front of that fear and do it anyways. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be cared for, and you're going to walk away like, wow, so much confidence, so much courage in every aspect of your life.
Yeah, we're really committed to having you feel like a champion in your life. When I really say, like, Jennifer and I really believe that there's gold in every one of us. And sometimes we just need that training. We need that environment. We need that group of people that's just going to like remind us and pull it out of us. And that's really what I'm committed to. There's like, you don't have to sign up for this training. You don't have to be like broken or your life doesn't, like life can actually be really great for you. And sign up anyways. I really, truly believe no matter where you're at in your life, no matter what your life looks like right now, there's gold. And I'm committed to like have you leaving this training like a champion of your life in whichever way that looks like for you.
Yeah, and that gold is the joy. That gold is the, discovering your purpose and stepping into whatever it is that you want to do, whatever keyword you want to do.
Yeah, family or career or teaching yoga, owning a business, whether it's just in your practice, no